Before we start, I want to share with you this drawing that I made in my journal. I started journaling a long time ago, a few years ago, and I mostly did that just like, on my phone, on my laptop. And 4 months ago, I started journaling in the actual notepad. And these are most of the journals that I've used. They are all full during the period of 4 months. And my new one is this one. And I even have another one. So I was really inspired to write down my ideas and also draw draw in it. And I have been doing like a daily exercise where I would draw an impression of the day, or like something that was most memorable for me during the day. And I decided to combine it together in one book where I journal, but I also draw. And it doesn't have to be like uh, uh, drawing like in color. It can be also something as simple as like a draft. For example, here I draw many different impressions of my day. I've noticed that the hardest part is to draw like your online experience of the day. Like, what have I done online? What kind of communities I visited? With whom I chatted? What did I read? Because I feel like when I use technology, time flies by and I just don't notice what am I even doing there, you know? So I was trying to even draw different activities in my journal that I do like on my phone, and also different parts of my day. For example, here you see, the flowers that I got from my room, and then, I've noticed that, some flowers in my garden started to slowly prepare for autumn. And here I was journaling and having a cup of coffee or tea. So you see like rather simple impression of the day, but it's just really it makes the day more fulfilling. Like when you put your day, your thoughts, your feelings into a story, it can be very therapeutic and very useful. How I would journal, I would just sit down and let all of my thoughts flow. I don't like to have a specific control over my journaling. Besides those moments where I feel a bit maybe lost and a bit maybe like negative, or like I start thinking about the negative experience. And so I would ask myself a question. I would try to kind of reframe it and redirect myself. I would ask a question. What am I grateful for today? That's a very simple question, can really redirect your thoughts. And I would just sit down and write a few things, and I would already feel much better. Also, I like to draw small icons, like an illustration of my thought. For example, this one is a cello. And I have been thinking about cello. I actually used to play cello long time ago, and I did that just for fun of doing it, just for fun of playing. Like when people ask me, "Oh, so why are you doing it? Do you want to play in a group, in a band? What are your plans?" And I simply had no plans with that specific activity. I felt really centered. I felt really present. I also really liked my teacher, how she explained. She was really passionate about the lessons that she gave me, and I feel like I miss those activities. I really miss those activities where it doesn't really turn into a project. It doesn't maybe bring income. It's not maybe super useful, even though, for example, my activity playing uh, cello was very therapeutic. But still, it was just for the sake of it, and just for the sake of doing it. And I recently finished a book by Byung-Chul Han, The Burnout Society, where author explains what's happening right now, where Everything has to be useful. Every moment has to be somehow integrated and optimized. And I started kind of feeling nostalgic about those days where it wasn't that way, you know. And I wonder what is that activity that maybe you really liked doing in the past and you stopped doing because you realized that maybe you don't have enough time for it. Maybe it's not like useful enough. Maybe you had other reason to stop. And so the main issue, what happened in our society. So in the past, it was a disciplinary society. This is based on the book by Byung-Chul Han. And so the disciplinary society was 19th and 20th century. There was like a very clear distinction between yourself and the other, between people and institutions. And now it's all kind of blurred. There's no really, the master, someone who tells you what to do is not anymore on the outside, but this, in a way, figure is internalized, and you become like the master and the slave. And in this new framework, so the author calls this new system is achievement society. Everything should be about accomplishments, about goals, and every moment has to be optimized and has to be useful. But in reality, we need moments of contemplation. We need moments of silence. We need moments of activities that we like doing just for the sake of it, like my cello lessons. And I wonder, where are we going with that? Tell me, please. Thanks a lot for watching this short episode. Just me, thinking out loud. My channel is new, so if you would like to support it, please give this video a like and leave a comment if you want to join a discussion with me.